Alright, let's get started. Okay, so this will be a re-recording of like the whole framework. So when you guys come to this thing, you guys should make sure that first of all, if you guys don't have your own branch, set this to your own branch. Then just make sure you cd back into the main directory, which will be 1D final project 2023-SDS-2033-T-05, and you're gonna want to do git full origin main. Haven't. Yep, and it's gonna update all your files accordingly. And it looks like there's just a bunch of changes to the back end, so that doesn't really concern us. So we're gonna cd into the student front end. Just hit student. You can hit tab to autocomplete it. And now it should be in the student front end. Then you can use your yarn dev or your npm dev to start the server. And then you can start from here. I think the so you can hit control click, and then you'll be brought to this page. Yep. So let me try with like the npm for those who don't have yarn installed. npm start dev. npm run start. npm npm run dev. npm run dev. Yeah. So if you run dev, then you can see the whole thing. So you can try your two commands, npm run dev and yarn start. For me, I use yarn dev, but you guys only have npm. You can try it out as well. Don't have any differences. Yep. So let me close this first, and then just yarn dev, get that running. So basically what's happening is that on the main app page, you have one page.js. So that is over here. So this is like that main home screen that you're looking at right here. So it's a bit of a mess of code. So we're gonna go into the first route that I've created. So you see over here /first. So if I go click here /first, then we'll be brought to our first page. And then it's just a simple like header, and then after you give it a while, then you'll see that the table will actually load in from our back end. And oh my god, so yes, some styling needs to be changed here, as you can see. So we're going to change that later. So let me just show you what's going on. So when we go to first, right, just like how page here is like the main landing page. When we go to first, this page is what is loaded. So you can see there's just these three examples. So FAQ header, stupid table, and button example. So if I did another FAQ header like that, and I save it, then I have one more row of the FAQ header. So in this way, we can build like multiple elements without them overlapping, and then you can just build main pages from there. So I'm going to delete that first, and then we can get back to this. And now we're going to go ahead and fix the CSS so that it looks a little bit better. So you can see that the main problem is this stupid table here. So if I go to my components, I have stupid table. Then you can see that it's importing the styles from styles module.css. So if I go to styles, let me open styles modules over here. Then this is the CSS file. So this is how it decides how everything looks. So if you look over here, you can see that the table uses table.mainCell. So if I change table.mainCell to like let's say Alice blue for example, I save, then you can see, okay, that's a bad color. How about purple? Yep. So now you can see that it's changed to purple now. So the main problem is how big the words are. So that's because this font size is set to 2 view width over here. So we're going to set this to 1.5 view width and control save and see how that looks. So it's still very big. So we're going to set that to 1 view width and see how it looks. Yep. So that looks a lot better. So you can actually also go inspect, and you can see the different dimensions of different like things. So The view width is really small on like iPhone just because of the dimensions. So we might have to like go play with media queries, but for now, you guys can just set this. You can press its spec, and then later just set your dimensions to all the iPhone SE. Then we base off all our things according to that. So you don't need to worry about the mobile view. We can like sort that out later. I'll teach you guys in a subsequent lesson. But yep, so for example now all you can see the table, there's a few elements here. We have width, so I set the width to 10%. Then you should see, I think it needs to take the whole thing. So just set that by 20%. So if I set the max width here down to like maybe 50%, oh, then now it's only going to occupy 50% of the page because the things inside need to take up like basically each of this needs to make up like 100% of like the table. So if I can just change the direct total amount of the table width over here, and that's what changed over there. Yep. So yeah. So you guys can go ahead and play with like all the different like elements here, but I would recommend you just create your own styles. So we're gonna take a look at like the simpler components, which would be the FAQ header, which I would recommend you guys do. So for the first thing, I'm going to just take away stupid table, just to make that a little bit simpler. So now we just have header, Howie, and I'm gonna take a look at it as well. So now we just have header, Howie, and high Hubert. So if you look at FAQ header, that's just what's in there. So you can also see the styles over here, FAQ backgrounds over here, so you can change the height to 20%. Then that should like increase the height of the building. Well, it's not I don't know why. I think you can set it to percent view width. Maybe it's because it's not relative to anything. Oh, sorry, yeah, so it should be set to 20% view height. So I guess it just costs 20%. It's not relative to anything, so it doesn't know how big the page is. So if we're gonna talk about like relatives, like you can say view height means 20% of this total height that it has over here. So if I set to like 100%, then you should see it change to the full 100% of the page. Yeah. So we're gonna go back and set it. So if I want to create enough text there, then I can go ahead and make more text here. Say hi Z, hi. Yeah. Now the text is gonna appear there. So if I wanted to, I can go back into my main page JS and I put more of that in. And you guys will see it pop up as a second one. Alright, that's how we're gonna start building it. So I suggest you guys you guys can try building your own components and get comfortable with it. But now I'm gonna show you guys how you guys can like go ahead and like create your new routes. So now my first one is called first, right? So I'm gonna just go into app components, create a new folder. I'm gonna call that Yongliang or YL. And we're gonna go ahead and create that folder. And inside that folder, we're gonna create page.js. And then now you can do a few things. You can either do refresh, and then you should get this. Or if you don't have that, you can just copy like this or like from any other like, of these pages over here and use that as a basic template. And then you can do just like basic things. So and this can be like, this is Liang's. Save that. Now if I go slash YL, you should see that. Yep, so this is Yongliang's page. So this is everything without being styled. Can you just see there's a word? Actually, you guys can't see because my face is there. But you can see that there's just Yongliang's page there. Yep, so if I want to import other elements, I can do like import FAQ header, and it should autocomplete like that. If not, then you're gonna have to like spell out the components directory, then just put slash whatever the thing is whatever you name the component. So now that I've imported it, I can just be like FAQ header, save. Oh, sorry, I need to return a div. So if you have other small things like this, then you can only return one thing. So if you want to like return like multiple things like this, you have to bundle it inside something that's called division. Control save that, and now you have it like this. And now you look, it's not really the same style, so you have to make sure that you're importing your styles from slash styles module. Yeah. And the reason why it still looks like this is because in page.js I'm using a thing that's called styles main flex. So you can look at it, it's called the display is called flex. You can play with different display styles. But yeah, so if you don't have this styles main flex, then everything will just be like flashed to the side. Because everything in HTML is displayed to the left side actually. Yeah. So if you want to make everything flash to the center, you can copy this division and then like have that place here. And now everything's going to be centered. Yep. So what I want you guys to do is go create your own pages. Like maybe you can name it slash. You can make a page like slash y like under like other in app component slash ge and slash ge. So I go here and then I type here, and I should be brought to like that page that you guys created. Yep. So now that that's done, I'm gonna show you guys how to push the changes as bunches. So you're gonna, once you make all the changes you want, you can just stage all the changes. Like just right click this and then stage all the changes. Press commit up. So yes, this is the change. Save that. Usually you enter the message here. This has been okay, alright. Well, fuck me. So we're gonna just close that if you in case you guys hit that by accident as well, so you can just close it here. So yeah, so in case you guys can see, I'm going to just move the screen down because my face is probably there. So you can just type the message. Like after you stage all your changes, you right click all the stage all changes, then you should see all your changes in stage changed. Then your message can just be like this file change. Like you guys can write more informative stuff like route for slash YL has been created. Then commit it. Then you can now sync all your changes, and then this will like push the changes to the server. And now once that's done loading, you can go to SDS comparing. The SDS like page for thing. Then now you can see that thing that I've just sent to the server is here. So I'm going to create that pull request. So that's like telling the main server that we have made changes and we want to like change it. So yeah. For you guys, just don't accept the pull request. I'll go through your pull request and then I'll see if there's any like changes, but for me I'm gonna just accept my own pull request. So now that's combined with our main server. So to recap, all I need you guys to do is just download the main branch, create your routes and just play around, and then we'll assign work on Monday. Yeah, that's it. Alright. Hope this video helps.